Hello out there in YouTube land. I decided to document something that was been happening to me. Today is Monday. Last Tuesday, I woke up and brushed my teeth and noticed that I couldn't really control my lips. And then throughout the day, my right side of my face began to be numb. And then later in the evening, my left side of my face started to droop. I knew that something was going on, so I had called my doctor, and they told me to either go to emergency or to urgent care. So I went to urgent care because I didn't have any pain. I didn't have any pain in my extremities, or I didn't have any loss of dexterity. I could still do things and walk and talk. No slurred of speech except for my lip. No headache or anything like that. So I went to urgent care, and they took a bunch of blood work and set me up for an MRI, which is tomorrow, and gave me a bunch of medicine, basically steroids. And throughout the next couple of days, I got worse. Maybe about Thursday I became like this, and today's Monday, and it's been like this the whole time. So I decided, maybe I should start documenting. Hopefully within a month, this will clear up. So, as you can see, this is all drooping on this side. I can't control my eyebrow. I can't flare my nose. And I can't smile correctly. I'm doing exercises too. 10 times lifting the eyebrows. 10 times flaring the nostrils, 10 times smiling. And you can help yourself if you need to. Today is about 6 days into it, and I will do a little bit of documentation every day and see how it goes. Tomorrow is my MRI, and then I see the doctor a couple days after that. Something that I forgot to mention when I was at urgent care, that they ruled out a stroke because my blood pressure was really good, and I completed all the dexterity tests, and I answered all the questions correctly, and I seemed to be fine, except for Quasimodo here. So I've been off work ever since. It's been about 5 or 6 days. Today is my first day back because I thought I'm going to be sitting at home anyway, playing video games by myself. I might as well be out amongst people. So, here we go. First day back at work. Here we are a week later. It's Tuesday. It's 7 days since this began. And I'm about to go have my MRI finally. I called my doctor this morning because they gave me steroids last week and it went through today. But I'm not going to be able to see my doctor till about a week from today. So I wanted to know, should I continue with the steroids? Or whatever he wanted to put me on. He told me that they really don't know what causes Bell's palsy, really. So, there's all kinds of theories, stress, and the pressure on the nerve in the brain and things like that. But really what causes it, they don't know. So they really don't even know if steroids really help or any antiviral, anything that they can give me. He talked about massage to the face and acupuncture, but even still, that's less. They don't know. Really, they don't know. But it's better than not. That's why they do steroids anyway, because at least it relieves the pressure. But he felt that the side effects were too great. He didn't want to keep me on it. So he realizes that this is a worrisome and annoying thing to be going on. But he'll see me on the 7th, and we'll go over my MRI. Hopefully it'll show nothing, and it's just Bell's palsy. Again, the reason I was having an MRI, because when this first started, this was numb, this drooped. But now this is not numb, and I have most of my taste back. And this is today. Here we go. Good morning. I had some time before work today, so I thought I would check in, tell you about yesterday's MRI. Boy, was that an experience. Luckily, it only took about 25 minutes. I had one about 20 years ago on my back for my back surgery, and that took about 45 to an hour. And I thought that was an eternity. The 20 minutes was rough because it was on my brain. So they took me in, very nice, got in right away, took me to the locker, put all my personal stuff in there. I didn't have to change into a gown or anything. They just made sure I had all metal off of me, my glasses, my belt, whatnot. Took me to the machine, giant machine, put me on the table, put my head in this little rest, and then the hard part, this bucket thing they put over my head, and it came down over my nose, over my mouth a little bit, and just had these big eye holes, and it just kept me still. Then he put sponges on the inside to keep me from moving. Then he lowered me in and gave me the little button. If I panic or need to come out, push the button to get him. So I went inside. Oh, they gave me earplugs too because it's really loud. I don't know if you ever had an MRI, but it kind of sounds like a jackhammer. Also, these really high-pitched noises, like something sci-fi, making noises and things like that. And it went on, and each little bit, every time it would do a pass or whatever, I'm guessing, my body would move a little bit more in and in and in, and it would do its little pass. And luckily there's like air conditioning in there, otherwise it'd be really tough because it's really close. And I actually had a hard time breathing after a while because since all of this is kind of concaved, laying on my back, it just kind of lays, and I was having a hard time. I almost panicked, almost had to come out. I was holding the little button, but I thought no, because I've got to do it at some point. I just got to relax, talk myself out of it. I put my tongue in my throat like that and just kind of open up my airway and just concentrate on my breathing, listen to the sound. Luckily, there was this little scratch inside the MRI, and I could look at it, I could focus on it. That kept me sane. But before I knew it, the 20 minutes was up when I came out, and he asked me how I felt, and I gave a thumbs up and told him that I had this giant urge to cough, but I didn't. And he said, oh, it's a good thing you didn't, because I'd probably have to start all over again. But that was all over, and he said results in 3 to 5 days, which is good, because I see the doctor in about 7 days now. So that was my MRI experience. Talk to you later. Today is day 12 since it all began, and feels about the same, looks about the same, except for now kind of hurts. Feels like a bruise, like it's tired, like I've worked out. I have been doing my exercises, and every so often I do get a twitch here, and I get a twitch in the end of my eye. I guess that's good. It's saying, hey, I'm still here. But yeah, now it just aches. Ugh, so tiring. Positive thoughts. This is day 16, and I've showed great change. Here's my smile. Still hard to move everything, but it's way better than it was. My speech is much better. I don't, like if I say the word parade, it sounds regular. It used to be p, as you all know. Parade, it's pretty good. I saw my doctor today, finally. We went over the blood work and the MRI, and he gave me more physical tests just to see how everything's going, and I passed everything. Blood work was good. Everything looks great. Thyroid looks good. No diabetes. No this, no that. Except my good cholesterol is bad, but my bad cholesterol is good. So the MRI showed nothing abnormal. It said for my age, everything seemed fine except their technical terms. Oh my gosh. I had them printed out for me because I'm not going to remember. It says, brain is normal in morphology. There's a 4 millimeter area of increased signal intensity in the corona radiata adjacent to the optical horn of the left lateral ventris seen in the flat imaging on a T-weighted imaging. Say what? Findings suggest an old lacunar infarction involving the left corona radiata, whatever that is. So I asked him, what? He said, that's scar tissue. You don't think you've had a stroke before? I said, no, I don't think I've had a stroke before. I think I would have known. So there's some sort of scar tissue going on back there, but he said there's no way of knowing when it occurred and how old it is, so it's absolutely not connected to this, because that's too soon to have scar tissue. I was speaking with my mom afterwards, and she reminded me that, oh yeah, I had Bell's palsy before, which I knew, when I was about 15, and it was on my left side, so it could be from that. Otherwise, I have no idea what that scar tissue is from. But the doctor seemed very hopeful that I should be making a full recovery rather soon, because it's been about 2 weeks, and look at the progress I already have. He says there is a 10% chance, which I thought was pretty high, of not making a full recovery, because that's just the odds for Bell's palsy. And he said I was young, so being young made my odds better. And I told him I'm not numb anywhere. I still have a bit of pain coming like from behind my ear down here, but it's not shooting like it was. It's just I'm aware of it, and it doesn't really hurt anymore unless I touch. Otherwise, I don't remember that it hurts. So that's good. My taste is somewhat back. It's selective. I can eat one thing and it tastes fine. Something else, bleh, no taste at all. Somebody brought in shrimp flavored Japanese potato chips or something yesterday. Hey, let me try that. Not a thing. It just crunched and that was that. No taste. But then at lunch, I had penne pasta and meatballs and could taste that fine. Go figure. I don't know. So, in a nutshell, doctor said in time it'll just heal. So, continue doing what you're doing. I'm going to have the neurologist, because my MRI was read by a radiologist, he's going to have a neurologist actually read it and get his opinion. But he thinks that it's no big deal. It's something that happened a while back, and there's scar tissue, but it's not related to anything now. So we'll see what the neurologist has to say. They said they'll email me. They didn't seem to be too concerned about anything. And just keep doing what I'm doing. Continue my exercises, which is the raising of the eyebrows 10 times. Open my nostrils 10 times. Smile 10 times. And say my vowels and my consonants, but over-exaggerated. A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. And, hello, I'm a wide-mouthed frog. Just over-exaggerate what you say. I'm not as tired at the end of the day when I go home. I'm not so aware of gravity. When this was at its height, gravity was not my friend. My face just felt heavy, and it hurt, and it was tiring, but, well, poor me. People have it worse. I'm fine. So we're just going to continue my exercises, continue my vitamins, B12, vitamin C, and my men's one a day, which has all of the other vitamins that I need, and it should be going well. We'll see if anything worsens. I hope not. If it does, you'll be the first to know. Today is day 18. Here is my smile. Much better. Got an email from my doctor this morning. He said the neurologist read my MRI and there was no evidence of any major stroke and no further testing is required. He just suggests that I keep my blood pressure low and my cholesterol good. That's great. So I decided, what if this were a stroke? What if this were something really bad? Even though there's still that little percentage that I could just plateau where I am and not continue healing, but I think I will. But what if this were something bad? Maybe I could prevent stuff like that. So I've decided to make some life changes. So today, just because I thought it would be fun, I'm at Disneyland and I'm just going to go walk. And I don't know what my regimen is going to be. I'm going to change my eating habits. You know, it's interesting because I eat bad, but I don't eat like, oh my God, what are you eating? You're eating that much? I eat kind of normally. It's just that like everybody else, I eat on the run. So it's fast food junk. And I'll have In-N-Out for dinner, but then that's it. I'm not sitting in front of the TV eating brownies and potato chips and everything. I don't snack like that. And every so often I'll have ice cream. I open up my kitchen and the cupboards are empty, the refrigerator's empty. I'm just always on the go eating junk. That's my problem. And I really don't drink soda. It's usually water and tea. But sometimes I will drink soda, so I'll try cutting out soda, try to make healthier choices on the run. I wish there were healthy drive-thrus. I could be a millionaire. Let's open up a healthy drive-thru. And we'll go from there. But maybe this was a blessing in disguise because it made me think about the people that I love and my mortality. So I'm going to make some life changes. Happy thoughts. Today is day 22. It's Tuesday and doing a lot better. Here's my smile. Pretty good. There's still, a bit right in the corner of the eye and the mouth. Still can't. And the apple of my cheek is returning. It used to be really just flat and dull. And now when I smile, I can feel the roundness, which is great. Can't really lift that eyebrow. We'll see what happens. The pain has gone away. Today, it's just there. It hurts kind of behind inner ear, all the way down here. I would say giving it a number today is probably 1.5. It's there. It's like a dull little headache. I can feel it. Last week, Thursday, especially Friday, and most of the day Saturday, it would range between 2.5 and 8.5. It would literally just pulse from 2.5 to 8.5 and just it'd go away. It happened off and on all day long. So I would use the heating pad because the doctor recommended a hot water bottle. I don't have a hot water bottle, but I have a heating pad, so I've been using that. And that would help a great deal. And take aspirin like he suggested. That's all he suggested. So that's what I've been doing. And continuing with my exercises. My taste is still not quite there. It's mostly back, but now it's hit and miss. I never know what I'm going to taste or not. The other day, I bought some grapes at work, and I couldn't taste them. So I gave them to my friend Alex, and she ate them. And sometimes certain drinks, I can't taste. Water. Sometimes water, I don't taste. You think, well, water doesn't have a taste. But it does. And you don't realize that it does till you can't taste it. Very bizarre. But I'm doing well, and things are great. Continuing with my happy thoughts. So, this is day 29, and I would say I'm about 90% back to normal. There's my smile. Just a little bit still on the sides. It's been pretty good. The pain pretty much has gone away. A couple of days last week, the pain really got intense. I had to call in to work one day because it was just really intense, and then it just goes away. But I've been good ever since. I still can't taste certain things. Today at lunch, I had like a chicken noodle soup, and I couldn't taste a thing, so threw it away. But I can taste lemonade and green tea and things like that. It's weird. But I'm doing well, and I'm continuing to heal, and it's a good thing. Hello, everybody. This is day 122, and I seem to be 99.9% completely recovered. I say 99.9% because every so often, if I'm singing or we did a performance last month and you have to over exaggerate when you speak, like just oohs and this and that, I could did it right there. It kind of catches, and then I just relax and it kind of goes away. Other than that, good. Everything's great. My taste is completely back. It's everything seems to be fine. There's no pain, no residual effects except for that. But hopefully that'll clear up too, because it seems to be getting better and better as time goes on. I had another bout of an illness around the same time that all this was happening, and the doctors couldn't figure out what it was. For a long time, I couldn't eat anything. I couldn't drink anything. I couldn't nothing. I couldn't nothing would stay, no matter what it was. So they put me on. It was banana, rice, applesauce diet, just to bind things so I could have something stay. And ultimately, I've lost 45 pounds. And I was also feeling nauseous all the time. So they gave me promethazine. It's for nausea and vomiting. I don't recommend it. I stopped taking it because it may cause drowsiness. Yeah. The very first time I took it, I had gone to get the prescription, and I took one because I was feeling nausea, and I took one in the parking lot, and I went to Target real quick so I can get the rice and the bananas and applesauce because I don't have that at home. And I'm in the Target parking lot, and it was right after the doctor's appointment, which was in the late afternoon. And the next thing I know, I woke up in the Target parking lot about 2 in the morning. 2 in the morning. Nobody came to see, is this person dead in the parking lot? Very bizarre. So maybe because it was the first time I took it and I wasn't used to it. So again, later on in the week, I was feeling the nausea and the vomiting still. So I tried it again, and I knocked out for an entire day. So I stopped taking it. So maybe that's why I wasn't feeling the nausea and vomiting, because I'm asleep. So again, that was promethazine. Might work for you, doesn't work for me. Anyway, the doctor doesn't think it's connected with the Bell's palsy at all, but that was happening around the same time at the end of the Bell's palsy. So he thinks I'm allergic to GMO, genetically modified, whatever it's called. It's in food. Some people, a small percentage of America is allergic to it. Basically, it's all the junk that they put in the food. So I shouldn't be eating that. However, through time, along with the Bell's palsies, that's why I think maybe they're connected. I've gotten used to things. I've gotten used to foods like that has gone away. Around the same time, the Bell's palsy has gone away. So I don't know if they're connected or not. So if you're having this issue like I did, and you had the Bell's palsy and this problem, maybe there is a connection. I don't know. I'm just putting this out there so people who may be going through what I'm going through know that you're not alone, and it did get better. And I feel fine now, and I could eat almost anything I want. Now everything's fine. Though I'm still doing my walking. I go out and walk in the afternoon. People think I just disappear. They don't know where I go, because I just go and walk around the office, around the building, or around outside. And I'm still doing that, and my walks are getting longer. And things seem to be going very well. It's going to be a happy new year for me, I hope. And thank you all for listening to my journey. After this is going to be a bunch of photos of how I started in the beginning of the Bell's palsy and where I ended. Here's my smile. I seem to be in control of my eyebrows, and everything is good, rosy, no pain, everything seems to be fine. So positive attitude, vitamins, exercise, and that was my healing process. Thank you for going along with my Bell's palsy journey. And if you want to email me or connect with me, you can through the YouTube, and ask questions that I didn't get to or something, because I don't have a script. I'm just rambling. So thank you very much, and thanks for going with me. Have a great day. I thought I would touch a little bit more on the GMO. It's genetically modified organisms, and it's put in foods like corn and soy and all kinds of other stuff. Looking at the research online, symptoms include headaches, nausea, rashes, and fatigue, which is absolutely true. I had all of those, and the doctor tried different tests, and when they came up, that was their thought, because you really can't test are you allergic to GMOs because there's so much out there. And again, there's no real proof, but people keep coming up with these new allergies, and that's the only connection is, what did you eat? And it's this and this and this. And I did discover, excuse me, that if you go to the store, you can buy organic. Great. It's a little expensive. However, I did notice, I saw a commercial for Cheerios, and they said that they are completely Cheerios. It's gluten-free, it lowers cholesterol, but it says that it doesn't have the GMO in it. And you can see, I don't see it on this box. It's got to be here somewhere. It says that it's not modified. I don't see the logo on this box, but when I was in the store, I saw it. So I must have grabbed a different box. But I saw that there were different items in the store that say in the bottom, non-modified, non-chemically modified, and that's what you need to eat. You can look up GMO online, and you'll see all kinds of stuff going on with it. It's not new, it's just that it's fairly new that so many people are having allergic reactions to what's going on in our food. If we just eat the paleo diet, grow our own food, that's what's wrong. It's all the junk that the government and different entities are putting into our foods to make things bigger, make things last longer, make things a different color, whatever. If we just eat as natural as possible, then 100% of these allergies will go away. Guarantee it. I'm not supposed to be eating red meat, chocolate, alcohol, basically anything that you like, any of the fats. Not supposed to be eating it anyway, but I have really bad repercussions when I do eat all of that. Because I also have gout, which is a form of arthritis, and that is brought on by stress. And also, it used to be called the King's ailment, because it was usually after overindulging over a party weekend with the king that you would come down with gout. But it turns out, no, that's not it at all. And it can hit male and female, and depending on what you've eaten. Because I'll still eat red meat here and there. It's not an everyday thing. I usually will have chicken. If I go through a drive-through now, then I get some sort of chicken. I don't get a hamburger. And if I do, it's rare. Not the meat, but getting it. So, and alcohol, I'll have not a lot. You can have anything you want, just in moderation. Just don't overindulge in it, and you should be fine. I'm on medicine for gout. I've been seeing a specialist for gout for a few years now, and I still have gout attacks, even though I'm on the medication that they gave me. It was new at the time, and I was one of the first people to take it, so I had to let them know if I turned purple or grew horns. But everything seemed to be fine. But even though I still take it, every few months, I still have an attack. However, My attacks only last a couple of weeks. It used to last a couple of months, and it would get to the point where I couldn't move. Now it goes from my foot, like my heel foot, to my knee, to my wrist, and now I'm thinking it's in my hip. Or I'm just getting old. I don't know. But I'm having hip problems. I'm a mess. Anyway, I'm sure the weight is connected to that. It's another reason why I'm changing my life and getting healthier. So the gout is not connected to the Bell's palsy or the GMO. I just thought I would mention that that's another ailment that I have, and what I have to do to not get it. I just got over a bout in my wrist, and it lasted 2.5 weeks. But most of the time, maybe a week, where I had to wear a brace, and it was really hard to write, and I couldn't grasp things. But then after that, it went away. I was aware that it hurt, but it wasn't detrimental to me. Sometimes when my foot acts up, because also there's no warning, you know, that kind of hurts. No, you just wake up and there it is, bam. And I can't wear shoes. I can't even put on a sock. I can't even put a blanket on my foot. And the pain is so intense. It's like, well, gout is little shards, little crystal shards that form and attack your weakest joint in your body, and they just sit there and poke, and your extremity swells. It turns red. It's hot to the touch, and then that's just being. When you try to put pressure on it or use it, forget it. The pain is out of this world. I wouldn't wish it on Hitler. It's terrible. So there's nothing you can do but exist. So that has gotten better through the years because of the different food ways that I go. And yeah, try to reduce stress. Good luck with that. And the medicine that the doctor has put me on. So now when the bouts do come, they are shorter in time, which I'll take. I would rather have nothing, but I'll take shorter in time. So anyway, Bell's palsy, gout, GMO. That's what I'm dealing with. The Bell's palsy has gone away. The GMO, I'm still slightly dealing with. Chicken and rice is what I have a lot of. Broccoli seems to be okay. Before, I couldn't have vegetables either. I couldn't eat anything green. Nothing would stay. But now it seems to be getting better. I'm not taking any medicine for the GMO. I don't know if the Bell's palsy changed something in me and that awoke or not, but the GMO seems to be under control. Water tastes fine now. All my food tastes are back, and I'm able to hold down food and water in general. Everything seems to be okay, and that's been 3 months now that everything seems to be doing its thing, and I'm getting better. So don't know if they're connected at all, but these all happened at the same time, and it was a big mess. But I'm well now, and contact me if you need more information, because I'm willing to help you, because I've gone through it. And positive thoughts. Here we go.